What's shaking, guys? Magic here, back with a very big update for you guys. And the reason I say very big is because if you've been around, you've probably noticed I've been very inactive on YouTube for the past couple of months. In fact, I think the last video that I put out was actually an update video where I talked about the upload schedule getting out of whack because at the time there was a lot of real life stuff that was going on that was kind of preventing me from recording and uploading, and I had gotten behind and everything. And I'm not going to talk about all of that here because I talked about it in the other video, and you probably don't care, but anyway, I mean, if you do, you can go back and watch the other video, but it's not really that important. Basically, though, what I said in that video was I didn't know if or when the upload schedule was going to be consistent again. And as sure as I said that, that video ended up being the last video uploaded to the channel. Other than that, I don't think there was anything except for maybe the Pokemon Showdown live streams that we did for about 5 weeks, where basically it was me doing a live stream. We hung out, built teams together, which was a lot of fun, and then we battled them on Showdown, which was really cool. And so those were up on the channel. But other than that, I think the last video I recorded was that update video. And so been away for a while, and during that time I've had a lot of time to think about the channel and a lot of stuff, and so I've got a lot of ideas and stuff that I want to talk to you about in this video. But the video is basically going to be, this update is going to be kind of two parts. The first part is going to be about what's new with the channel, kind of some changes that are going to happen, all this kind of stuff. And the second part is where I want to get some feedback from you guys. So I really hope you'll tune in and kind of just interact with me here and give me some feedback on a couple of things. So let's go ahead and just get started with the channel and the changes and all this stuff. So first of all, red flag. If a red flag went up when I said making changes to the channel, here's what I mean. I basically wanted to revamp the channel. I thought about that a lot during the break. And so I had a bunch of ideas of things that I kind of wanted to change and do different with the channel. Now, first and foremost, I want to go ahead and say that this in no way means that the content itself is changing. I'm still doing Pokemon content. I'm still going to be trying to put out the best quality content for you guys. But there are going to be a few different things that we're trying out. We're going to do things differently that I'm very excited about, and I hope you guys are too. So the first one, and probably the biggest one that people are wanting to know about, is the new username. So if you haven't noticed, which you probably have if you clicked on this video, my username has changed. It was previously Magic Dragonair, and now it is something a little bit different. And so I want to talk about that for a minute, and basically why I decided to change the name. So first off, whenever I started the channel, when I wanted to start the channel, the big thing that held me back at the beginning was a username. In fact, I think I spent probably a week or two maybe trying to come up with a username and mascot and all that stuff. And I really, at the time, really wanted to use Espeon because Espeon is honestly my favorite Pokemon. But I couldn't really think of a good name that I wanted to use, and that was kind of what kept me from starting as early as I did with the channel. And so I basically just ended up deciding, you know what, I need a username. I'll just use my old username that I created like way back in 4th gen, when 4th gen was current gen, I guess I should say. And I first got involved with the Pokemon community, and that was Dragonair Champ, which was the original name. It later got changed to Magic Dragonair, but that was the original channel name that I used, just basically because I didn't have anything else. And I was never really happy with either of those names. I liked Magic Dragonair better than Dragonair Champ, but I wasn't crazy about it because I felt like it locked me into using Dragonair as the mascot, and I wasn't crazy about that too much. So I feel like I just said crazy about that like 7 times. But anyway, so during the break, I was like, man, I really would like to change my mascot and change my name. And I really wanted a username that was something that I was going to like, that I thought was kind of unique, and something that was very neutral, so that, you know, in the future, if for some reason I decide, hey, I want to change my mascot, I'm not locked into any certain Pokemon or anything like that. And so I basically decided on a username that, after a long deliberation. I spent way longer thinking about this than I probably should have, but after a while, I finally came up with a username, which is the name that you see now, and a few people have been asking, like, wait, what is this username? How do you say it? That kind of thing. And so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that the new username is MagicActivatr. All right? So MagicActivatr, and I know the reason that a lot of people were asking, how do you pronounce that, is because the spelling is kind of strange. And the reason for that is because whenever I came up with the name, I was like, I kind of liked the sound of MagicActivatr because I felt like it fit what my goal with this channel is, and that is to basically be able to entertain you guys and hopefully at some point in your day give you a little bit, make your day a little bit more magical. I know that's kind of cheesy or whatever, but I want to bring a little bit of magic to your day, whether that's by making you laugh, just helping you out, because that's one of the cool things that I've gotten feedback on from the channel. Is there's been a few people who have said, hey man, I had a kind of a lame day and I watched this video and it made me laugh or whatever and made my day a little bit better. And to me, that's the coolest thing. That's what makes this awesome. And so that's kind of what the goal of my channel is and what I want it to be about. And so I thought the name was fitting, but I didn't like the spelling. I typed it out and I was like, oh, this looks really, really weird with like the traditional spelling of activator. So I was like, I don't know. I need to change it. I like the way it sounds, but I don't like the way it looks. So basically, I was fiddling around with it, and I had the thought, hey, you know, for alligator doesn't have an O in it. It's just GATR, which I know part of that was like the 10-character limit on the names at the time, but I was like, what if I took the O out? And so I took the O out, and I thought, hey, that actually looks kind of cool. I kind of like the way that looks, and so that's what I decided to go with. So it's MagicActivatr without the O at the end. So I don't know. I like the name. I'm happy with it. It's one I can see using for a long time, hopefully permanently, because I do really like the name. And hopefully you guys like it and don't think it's completely stupid. But I'm happy with it. And it allowed me to go ahead and be able to change our mascot, which is the next thing that I kind of want to talk about. Is we do have a new mascot, which is Espeon, which I feel like makes a lot of sense, because if you watch any of the LPs or basically any of the content that we put out, one of the Pokemon that I love to use so much is Espeon, and it's a Pokemon that a lot of you guys have seemed to really grown attached to. I cannot speak right now. As we've done LPs and stuff. Amethyst, of course, being the usual nickname that we use for it, but I just feel like it fits me as a person. It's my favorite Pokemon. I think it's cool, and I really like it. And so I was like, that's really what I want my mascot to be. I just think it works. And so we got a new mascot, and I want to say a quick shout out to Kuro Ryushin for making the avatar, the mascot, the art, whatever you want to call it, because it looks absolutely amazing. So it looks really cool. I'm happy with it. I think it's awesome. So big shout out to her for doing that for me. But we got the channel looking nice and fresh. It's going to be different, a little bit different to look at and maybe get used to, but I'm pretty happy with it. And so with all of that kind of stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about what you guys are probably most wanting to know is when are new videos going to be coming out. And so during that big break where I was, working on everything, I did a lot of thinking about, what games I wanted to play, what kind of series and stuff I wanted to do. And so I've got a bunch of ideas already planned out, and I've already began working on the new LP series that we're going to be bringing to the channel. And I'm excited to tell you guys that hopefully, if nothing goes wrong, hopefully we're going to see the first episode of the new series coming out by the end of the week, which I'm very excited about. It's a game that I'm looking forward to playing a lot, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I won't spoil it. I may have already announced this on Twitter or something, but I don't want to spoil it if you don't already know. But new LP hopefully coming by the end of the week, so keep your eyes open for that. I'm excited about it. I will say that it is a randomized Nuzlocke. I just feel like that's a good thing to kind of get back into it. Now, with that being said, I should probably mention, and there is an ambulance or something outside, but I should mention, go ahead and talk about the state of the old content on the channel. Basically, I kind of want to look at this as kind of a new start to the channel. I really do. In fact, I almost decided to just do away with this channel completely and start a new one. But the thing I didn't like about it was I've seen a lot of people do that before, and they lose a lot of their viewership because of that. And I didn't want to do that, you know. And it's not that, you know, people don't want to, you know, watch the content. It's just that it's very difficult and strange whenever it's like you're subscribed over here and then they start a new channel and then you got to go subscribe over there, and it just seems like you lose a lot of your viewership whenever you do that. And so I didn't want to. It wasn't so much that I cared about that as much as it was I didn't want to make anything difficult for you guys. If you know, I didn't want to make you have to do all the work of going to a new channel and subscribing to that and all that stuff. I figured, you know what, you're already subscribed, the content's basically going to be the same, we'll just kind of refresh the channel. And so, that being said, as far as the old content goes, first of all, if you remember, we just kind of ended off kind of in the middle of our Sacred Gold Nuzlocke. And I originally thought about going back and picking up from that, but it's just been so long since we had last played that game that I just didn't feel motivated to go back. And in fact, I think at the point that we were when I last recorded it, it was like we were gonna have to grind and a bunch of stuff, and it was just gonna be really hard, I felt like, to get back into it and enjoy it as much as I was enjoying it originally. And so I didn't want to do that. I was kind of like, I just want to start fresh with a new LP, and so that's what I decided to do. But as far as the old content goes, I did say I kind of wanted to treat this as a new start for the channel. And when I say that, I kind of look at, you know, the previous videos and series that I've done as kind of like my testing the water kind of thing. Because when I started this, I really didn't know, you know, how it was going to work, if anybody was even going to watch or anything like that. And so it was kind of a test the waters kind of situation. And there was a lot of stuff with, you know, me just kind of trying to figure out who I was as a content creator and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily think that the content was bad. I know a lot of people look back on their first videos and stuff and they're like, ugh, that was just, I can't watch that, it's really, really bad kind of thing. And I don't feel, I'm pretty happy with the quality of the content that I originally put out. That being said, I just feel like to a degree it was a bit of a confusing time for me, because I really wasn't sure how it all worked. I wasn't really, you know, it was a new experience for me. And so I do cherish that time and those series, but at the same time, I feel like it's, as this being a new start, kind of turning the new page, that I want a fresh start. And so I'm really, really thinking that I'm going to end up probably either privatizing or removing the old series from YouTube. And some of you guys are probably going to be like, no, don't do that, please, you know, kind of thing. But it's just kind of a thing that I think personally it will help me to grow a little bit and to try new things and not feel like stuck to this is how things used to be kind of thing. And also I feel like it's confusing for some people who maybe are visiting the channel to go back and see like there were like 2 username changes throughout that whole thing. Like, is this even the same person, you know, kind of thing. And so I feel like I may end up removing that content. So I hope that doesn't upset you guys. And I hope, what my goal is going to be, to put out content that is just as good, just as fun, just as awesome, and in fact better than that originally came out. Because like I said, I was new to it. It was a new experience, and I think I've grown a lot just in that short of time. And so hopefully you guys won't slay me for that and unsubscribe and stuff. If it really does upset you that bad, then, you know, I understand. But I hope that's not something that's going to turn you guys off to what's to come in the future. That being said, for now the content's going to stay up, but I feel like in the next few weeks maybe, or the next month or so, it may come down. That being said, there are some things that will probably stay up maybe, or at least be re-uploaded. Like I really enjoyed the Pokemon rap tag. That's a video that was really, really cool and fun to do, and so that one may get re-uploaded and everything. But I think most of the stuff, as far as some of the LPs and stuff like that is probably going to be removed. And so hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from there as a creator. But that being said, I think that's mostly everything in terms of what's up with the channel. Like I said, I've already got several LPs and stuff, or at least kind of ideas in my head of what we're gonna do next after this upcoming one. And so I'm a little bit ahead of the game on that, and I'm really happy about it. And I've also got several ideas for other series that I've actually had since back before, you know, I kind of went on that hiatus, but it's been in the back of my head formulating, and I've improved some of those ideas, I feel like. And so I definitely think that you'll be seeing some of that stuff kind of be cultivated and come out to you guys pretty soon. I don't know exactly when or where, but it will be coming, I think, because I really like some of the ideas. I think they're cool, some kind of original ideas and stuff like that I'm very excited about. All right, so now that we've talked about all of that, this is the part where I really want you guys to give me some feedback, all right? Because like I said, as we're kind of starting fresh with the channel and kind of getting ready to put out some of this new content and stuff, what I really want to know is what you guys thought of some of the old content. And so what I would like for you to do is to, in the comments, let me know what like some of your favorite stuff to watch on the channel was, because we did different things, different kinds of content. We did LPs, we did some showdown stuff, we did some TCG kind of stuff, openings and things like that. We did some live stream, showdown, LP, live stream kind of stuff, and I personally enjoyed pretty much everything that we've done on the channel in the past. And so what I really want to know is what kind of stuff did you guys like the most, and what kind of stuff would you like to see return, maybe kind of as a new revamped series or something like that. If it was the showdown live streams, let me know. That's showdown live streams and TCG openings are two things that I've already kind of thought about doing again, but kind of maybe doing in a new way, maybe with some pack battles or something like that, or whatever. But basically, I just want you guys to let me know what kind of stuff you enjoy, what kind of stuff you want, and as far as like old stuff that we were doing on the channel that you want to see come back, that kind of stuff. But I also want to know, you know, maybe get some ideas from you guys of what kind of stuff you might want to see in the future. Maybe there's some cool Nuzlocke variants that you would like to see me do at some point, or maybe you've got some series ideas of your own that you think would be cool to try out and do. I want to know, maybe there's something out there I've never heard of, and you guys could suggest it to me, and we might see it come to the channel, that kind of thing. Because I'm very open, and that's the big thing, is I want to be sure to bring you guys the kind of content you want to see, the stuff that you're gonna enjoy and be able to watch and get the most out of. So be sure, please give me feedback. I really do appreciate it, and hope that we'll take everything that you say into consideration and that kind of stuff. And so I think that pretty much covers everything, though. I covered a lot of stuff in terms of changes and things. And like I said, I know this just may be kind of a weird thing, kind of, because change is always kind of a strange thing, but I just feel like it's something that is going to do the channel a lot of good. And so hopefully you guys understand all of that. And that said, I think we've taken care of everything. And so, like I said, hopefully the videos will start coming out by the end of the week. But that said, for now, I'm gonna get out of here. I feel like I should do the new something with the username now, but yeah, let's just make this ending very awkward right now. So anyway, I'm MagicActivatr, and thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys will stick around. I'm excited about the new things that are gonna happen, so have yourselves a good day, and we will catch you next time.